This is the SPMC, and it holds everything I need to tackle small projects while still being super light and mobile. I love this bag. It's got some crazy smart features too, like the magnetic clip system, which I've been loving, and this hard bottom. I'll go through the tools in this bag and cover the features while we're going through it, and then I'll show you guys the bag empty at the end as well, because I know there's a lot of people who love this new bag from Veto. So let's go ahead and dive in. First and foremost, on the outsides of the bag, there's these two pouches. I'll cover the pouches at the end. I'm just going to cover what I've got in them first. One of my favorite new features, it's so incredibly usable. They're magnetic clips on these pouches, so they go on your pocket, belt, all those things. It's super fun. It's super great. But first, let's go ahead and go through this pouch, and we'll see what I've got in here. This is a small troubleshooting bag for me, so basically for like small projects, things when I go in to diagnose, I take this bag in. It's super easy, light. I've been loving it so far. And it also has this pouch system, which has just been phenomenal for me, especially when it comes to running and gunning. This is a little bit smaller of a pouch than I like. We'll cover the other options for these bags at the end. Show you guys some other things that you can carry in it. But in this here, this is a lot of the insulated stuff. You'll see, again, this is my troubleshooting bag. So we have the 13-in-1 ratcheting screwdriver from Klein here. Definitely, probably my favorite multi-driver at the moment. This thing's incredible. It's got these double-sided bits on the end. They're the ProFlex or the Pro Twist bits, whatever it is. They're incredible. They fit screws really well. I've been using these for a couple months now, and I love them. The back pops out, and it's got these orange bits, these double-sided bits. So there's actually 6 bits total, and then technically the 13 is this 1/4-inch drive on the front, which I don't think I would ever use. But they do count that as one of the tools. They fit in really well. They're very snug and secure. One thing to note, these aren't going to be magnetized, but it is a ratcheting screwdriver. So if I move this up, there's a hold function in the middle, which is so important. If you've never bought a ratcheting anything without a hold function other than a ratchet, it's just so frustrating. So that's great. It's super light. It's not clunky. This is plastic, so I don't know how easy this is going to break. I haven't dropped this very far yet, but I will say it's been a great driver so far. One of my favorite things about this, all these bits are 1/4-inch. This is a big thing with all my multi-drivers. I want them to be 1/4-inch so they can go in my impact or a driver. You'll see that when it comes to this Weehaw bag right here. That's all my bits. They go in a 1/4-inch driver, or they go in an impact, and that way I have basically one bag and like one solution that goes with me everywhere. Everything's interchangeable. I can use it exactly how I want it. I love that. So it's 1/4-inch, but also the heads on these have the 2-inch bits, and it's a lot thinner, so you can actually get access to things, tighter things. You don't have that excess of the bit holder up there. Typically I carry dedicated drivers. I've really started to like this 13-in-1 though. It's really, really growing on me, and it pairs really, really well with this other Klein driver. This is the 2-in-1, or their insulated interchangeable blades. The reason I like this one so much, first of all, it's insulated, which is cool. This looks like a dedicated driver. It acts like a dedicated driver. I've got a number 2 Phillips on this side here, and it's got a thin shaft. That's important because typically the insulated drivers have the bump out on the shaft, especially for their interchangeable ones. So if we turn this, you see it shoots out a little bit, comes out. It's got a double-sided blade, and I love that they did a number 2 Phillips in a flathead, not a number 2 and a number 1 Phillips or whatever. Super easy. It's the main 2 screws that you're going to run into in one blade. It fits in here. It doesn't take up any extra weight. It's super light. It's insulated, which is great, and they do fit screws decently well. I definitely don't like this fit as much as I like the ProFlex bits from Klein, the orange ones. Only the orange ones. The ones with the black are the ones that break pretty frequently. Now, as you can see on the front here, I also have this Klein utility knife. We're gonna go ahead and throw that away because it's garbage. This is the Fiskars utility knife. It is by far the best opening utility knife on the market. I love this thing. It's got a full metal construction. I have, I think, 7 of these, and that's not an exaggeration. And I have every type of utility. I test tools. You guys are looking at my channel right now. And if you like tools like this, I like tools like this, and that's why I make videos about tools like this. So subscribe. It helps out the channel, and you get to see more stuff like this. Really, it helps out the channel though. So if you guys could hit that sub button, I appreciate it. Either way, enjoy this video. Hopefully it helps. The Fiskars utility knife. I mean, absolutely absurdly built. It's all metal except for this orange. The orange is a softer rubber. Super, super durable. It fits super well in my hand. It's got a little bit more girth to it. And I think that's what makes it so ergonomic, but it fits in my hand extremely well. The orange, it gives you a little bit of texture, a little bit of rubber to grab onto, which I really like. And they swing open so well. All of them do. Like I said, I legitimately have 7 of these from doing different tests, different videos, and all that stuff. I love it. The blade change is incredibly easy as well. With this little piece right here, you just push in, pull it up, and now the blade comes out. I mean, I literally am doing it one-handed on camera. It's so easy to change out blades. I love that. Again, durable, fits in my hand well, and it swings open nicely, which is, I still don't understand why you guys use utility knives that don't swing open nice. That's really the reason I got rid of the Klein. It's not terrible. It's no different than the Fastback other than the mechanism. Like it just doesn't work as well. And I don't like that. If you need a knife, next time you go to pick one up, the Fisker's utility knife, you will not be disappointed. Money back. I don't have money back guarantee, but it is a great tool. I've loved it. It's been great. Right here, I've got the Fluke Volt Stick. This one here is the one that's always on. I'm just trying it out right now. I don't know how I feel about it. I really like the ones that turn on. Something about this just makes me nervous that it could possibly, like, I'm going to test whatever I do before on something live. That's what you always do. It's cool. It's a cool concept. I'm trying it. People love this one. I've seen a lot of people use it. So I'm testing it out. I'm not sold on this one. I think this is the only thing in this kit that I'm really testing still. Other than that, everything on here I vouch for. Now on this side, on the front, technically, because I am right-handed, so this pouch goes on my right hip when it goes on. I've got this set of wire strippers. They're the insulated version from Klein. They come in this set. I'll tag the set. I'll tag all of it. I'll leave links in the description as well as in the YouTube shopping. They're all going to go to Acme. I just ordered some stuff from them. It was super fast. They had a bunch of deals, and they're a U.S. family-owned and operated company. So we love that. Again, great deals, great prices, and great shipping. What else do you want? So these here, they have the Klein Curve, which I like. The handles feel great. This is the only set of strippers right now in America that fits this criteria of being this like smaller stripper and also being insulated. We don't insulate a lot of our tools without them having those big orange grips that are like $1,000. Not really. They're too expensive. These are way more ergonomic in my opinion. They feel better. They have a better texture. They have a better grip in my hand. I like the look of them a lot too. The gray looks good. They strip. They cut, they do everything. These are just regular Klein strippers. They just have an insulated handle, which has been a need we've had in this market for a long time. So I'm really glad Klein finally stepped up and gave us some insulated tools that are affordable. Now I can just use these. This is actually my insulated set, but you can just buy these, pick these up, use them and abuse them and not feel bad for ruining a $100 pair of strippers. You know, you can just abuse your $20 or $30 set of strippers in a year, 2 years, whatever it is, replace them, and you're good to go. On the back side here, I have my diagonal cutters. Yes, in my pouch, I always carry diagonal cutters, strippers typically, not linemen's. It's just the way I learned how to do it. I don't know. I know that's strange to some of you guys. Let's just remember that there's other parts of the field that don't do exactly what you do. These are the 8-inch pair. They actually have a 10-inch pair that I want to pick up. I love 10-inch diagonal cutters. These are the straight pair. I haven't seen an angled pair in the VDE yet. But again, this comes in that little kit. It's like $100 for 3 sets of pliers, which are strippers, linemen's, diagonal cutters, and then 2 insulated screwdrivers. You'll see it in the description. These cut really well. They're the classic traditional Klein diagonal cutters. When it comes to pliers like this, you go Klein or you go Knipex. I do both. I like them both. I think both are professional sets. This is the set that I have for my insulated set, because I use my insulated set from Knipex as my daily beaters. These are like protected. I do not abuse these. I take care of these so well. And then these just fit right back in my pouch. And then in this middle section here, I have the newer claw pliers. They're water pump pliers. If you've never used this style of plier, it's time. This head on the front here has the most incredible grip. These teeth are directional. They only work going down. They do not work as well going up. And so what that allows for you to do is it allows for the teeth to be more aggressive. You get a better grip. They're also a lot thinner, which is something that I like. You get into tighter spaces. They're lighter, which is awesome. And when you're putting down that force, let's just say these were double, that force would be spread out amongst twice that surface area. They grip better, okay? These grab round objects better. They do everything that they're supposed to. They do them better than what most people use, which is the like channel lock style of plier, the tongue and groove style. I love this. It also has the push button here, which I've become accustomed to and now I can never move away from. But I really like it because once you set this, you can just leave it. So we'll say we're running 3/4, we set it, it stays like this all day. There's no moving, it doesn't slip on me. It's really easy to do one-handed as well. If you have a little bit of a, if you're in a pickle and you have to hold something, adjust them, really, really easy. Then one thing to note, when you're putting these back in your pouch, when they're open like this, because of the way all the levers work and stuff and the head is, it's a little bit more open when these are set to a wider thing. Basically, they don't fit down in the pouch as well this way. They do this time because I didn't have them open enough. But if you have them just a little bit too open, they won't go down in this pouch with the head up. So what you do is put the handles down. It's really easy. They come out, they come in super easy. It's great. I love it. These came out last year from Klein, pretty much, honestly not that many months ago, maybe even this year. And I've absolutely loved them. I've been using a style of plier with this shape and style of head and the push button for about 5 years now. There's no way I'll ever go back. Outdated, old style, done, lighter, better grip, more features, all around better option. I don't know why you would go with the traditional channel lock style of plier at this point in time. I wouldn't do it. On this side here, this is a pretty easy side. It's got the same clip system with a drill holder. This is my M12. It's actually not the one I'm using right now. I have an old version that I'm trying to beat to death, but this one's so pretty, so look at it. And if you do have an M12, it fits the M18 system as well. But if you do have the M12 batteries with the smaller battery, it does fit down pretty nicely with the battery down as well. I like that. I've become custom to this little pouch. It's been an absolute game changer. And I mean, I adore this pouch. It's so fantastic. It goes with me everywhere, not just with this kit anymore, because I've enjoyed it so much. M12, of course, fuel. I love their impacts. If you are kind of on the fence about the M12 system, I always tell people go M18 first. That way you can have all the power you need in one platform. I love some of the M12 tools. Not all of them have the same power. The impact is ridiculous. I mean, this, it's so strong. I can't remember the last time I got my M18 impact out. Especially now that I have this on projects that I've used this one on. There's like nothing that can stop it. Even the old version, this is one generation back. It's been my daily beater for forever now. I just don't see myself needing a whole lot more than this. It's got 3 settings, 1, 2, and 3, and then a self, it's basically for self-tappers, the fourth one. It's for a drilling mode, so that way, once you get through the sheet metal, it doesn't just strip out your screw. All the things you have on an impact. Again, if you're looking at getting into the platform, do it. You won't regret it. Do the M18 first, have the big boy stuff. And then the M12 impact is just, it's a no-brainer. It's beautiful. On the back side here, we'll just keep going around the edge here, and then we're about into the front here. But I've got this WeHa bit bag. This bit bag here has been my secret sauce for a couple years now. I'll show you guys what I have inside of it. It's been pretty fantastic. It is getting swapped out to the new SC45. I ordered some panels for it, so once those come in, this will get swapped out, and that way I can have a way cooler, way sicker bit bag, and that just sounds like fun. The issue with this one is there's just not enough storage. Also, I like the hard bottom on the other bag, the SC45. I've got everything from nut drivers in this side. I have drill bits, different sizes, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8, common sizes, some smaller ones for pilot holes, all those fun things, a step bit. And then I have a variety of other bits, 6-inch bits, 4-inch bits, 2-inch bits, Phillips, Torx, all the fun special bits that you need. I also have some drill and taps in here for 832 and 632 screws, because that's what's on your devices. Probably one of the most useful drill accessories that I've had. I can't tell you how many times I've ruined. I also retrofit. I do service work, so I work in existing buildings. So screws and stuff being stripped out is very, very common. You know, you take something in and out for 25 years, move something around, things are going to get stripped. You use those screws enough, they need to be replaced or whatever. And so if you're in a box, you obviously don't want to tear out a wall in order to do that. So you just drill and tap and you're good. This Weeha case hangs on the back here. There's 2 D-rings. There's also this hook, which is sweet. I love the hooks on the Vetos. Just allows you to actually hang it from something, and then you can work from it directly, or it just keeps it out of the nastiness of whatever your work environment is. I just have a little carabiner on the top of this here. It hooks on there. It doesn't drag on the ground. It's been great. There's this back pocket back here. It's a tablet pocket. It's really small on this bag because it's a small footprint, which is great for the compact size. I don't actually keep anything in here. If I needed to, I could, especially some smaller tools or meter leads or anything. But honestly, I don't need anything else in this bag. Handle, fantastic. It does come with a tape loop, but the handle connects up top to these 2 D-rings. It's a great handle. It's sturdy and robust, and we love it. I also have a tape. This is just a Stanley Fat Max. It's the older version with the American flag on it. It's a good tape. It's not the best. I wish it had writing on the bottom. Other than that, I love it. In the front here, this opens up, and right now inside I actually keep my tape in here. So I have, boom, and then I keep some small materials and stuff. So like I have a bunch of wire nuts and stuff, which these are the Ideal Row Twist. They just fit a bunch more conductors. They're more versatile, and basically they're easier to use, especially in a small thing like this. It just makes my life easier. There are bit pockets and stuff in here. I don't typically use those, but that's probably because I use this bit case, which has been fantastic, and it moves around from bag to bag. So when I want to have my main setup, my heavy setup that I take into a job site, instead of this compact bag, I can just take my impact and the bit case, and that's really the only thing that transfers over. The cool thing about this bag, and I'll show you this pocket up top when we get inside. This is the first bag from Veto that opens from the top down, which I really, really like. This see-through pocket on the front here, it's got a zipper here, it's got a zipper here. So that way, if you have things that you like to get to frequently, you can put them in this, and then you can just do it. Things like that, probably be like wire nuts, small tools. Well, I don't know what it is for you, but whatever it is, that way you can get to it when your bag's open, or when it's closed, you just have to remember to zip them so things don't pour out. In this pocket here, the only thing I really keep in here right now is meter leads. It's just the easiest place for me to keep them. I don't have this bag packed extremely full. Like I could probably fit some more stuff in here. Again, I don't need to. This is everything I need to stay light and to be able to still pretty much diagnose or even fix some small problems. You guys are probably wondering where they've been. Everybody always asks. These are my linemen's. They stay in my bag. I keep a pair for different things. I still use them pretty frequently, just not as frequently as my diagonal cutters. This is a part of that kit that I was showing you with the strippers and the diagonal cutters. These things, phenomenal. They're Klein Linesman's, which is like, the Klein makes, I would say, some of the best, if not the best. It's between them and Knipex, and it's really hard to say, honestly, at this point. Nothing crazy as far as features go. They cut really well. Obviously, they grip really well. They make great linesman's pliers. They've been fantastic. The grips are comfortable. They just sit right here in this front little pouch. And even in this, there's a lot more room, probably for 3 or 4 more tools. And right below it, I have the Klein 6-inch level. This has been Old Faithful. This has been my baby for 4 or 5 years now. It's got great magnets on it. It's got all 4 of the levels that you need: 45, 30, 90, 0. Everything you need to bend conduit. It's also got a no dog on it. So if you're bending big boy pipe, you can do it with this level here. Great level. Not a whole lot to it. It's orange. It looks good. There's a bunch of levels on the market, honestly. On the other side here in the lower pocket, I just have a 323. This, again, this has been my baby for years. I actually have nicer meters than this now. And this is the one that I find myself using like every single time. It just does everything I need it to. It's not incredibly expensive when it comes to meters. My other one's in the 400-500 range. This one, I believe, is just north of 100, which it's been a long time since I've bought this, but it does AC, it does DC, it checks current. That's all I needed to do. And continuity, of course. That's probably the biggest thing for troubleshooting. Great meter here. Again, the leads are just in this front little pocket. But Fluke, I don't really trust anything other than Fluke, especially when it comes to meters. For the price, you could save like $60, but when it comes to measuring and measurements and tools, for testing and stuff like that. Fluke is probably the only company that I actually trust other than Fleur, which I'm saying wrong. Fleur actually makes a voltage detector here. This is the one I use daily. It's got a flashlight on it. It's got 2 different modes, a high sensitivity and a low sensitivity. All around, it's just a great option. I've loved it. It's not in this kit. It's just the one that I use the most, and probably the only other major brand that I would trust for testing equipment. I know Klein makes some, Ideal makes some. Like, those are good. Those are great. I'm definitely not going to hate on anybody for using any of the other brands. Just what I personally prefer. It's also the best. So we've actually got these cool pockets on the side here. You can see the yellow handles on this side, the orange handles on this side. So this yellow pair here on this side is actually just a different version of the water pump pliers, the claw pliers. So we're not going to get too in depth. It's another 10-inch pair. I like having the 2 pairs that are different versions because they work the exact same. It's just the handles are different colors. That way, if I have 2 different sizes that I'm using, I can set the orange typically to the larger size and the yellow to the smaller size. That's my typical setup. And that way, that's how I remember it too. Orange is always bigger, yellow is always smaller. You guys do whatever you want. But these 10-inch pliers fit really, really well down here in these side pockets. They just don't take up any space at all. I love these side pockets. And on this side, these orange handles, these are the plier wrench. Very similar to the claw pliers. This is another one that if you've never tried this style of plier, you're going to be mind blown. This is an adjustable wrench on steroids. Basically, these jaws stay parallel the whole time. And so when I move this up, it moves up just like an adjustable wrench. But you also have this play with the actual handles here. And so if I move this up, I can actually rotate it on a nut or a bolt. And as you can see here, if I open these up, I can actually rotate this inside of it. And it's the same way with any other size or style of connector. It has enough pull in here that you don't actually have to take this off and reset it like you do on an adjustable wrench every time because it's got movement on the handles. That also will actually allow for you to put pressure on things like straight down because the jaws are parallel and you can put pressure on them. The amount of power that you get from this, it's like 10 times. So whatever you're squeezing, you get about 10 times that force on the actual jaw itself, which is fantastic. It allows you to straighten things out, flatten things. They also have the push button on these, which is just a must for me at this point. It's so much faster and so much easier, especially on this one compared to the adjustable wrench style that you have to actually like sit there and scroll. And as much as I love a good scroll, I don't. I hate my phone. Somebody please take it. Some of you need to stop scrolling a little bit. Some of you need to take a break. Some of you guys are too good at that adjustable wrench thing. This is one I will vouch for this style of plier. These are a newer version. They seem to be well made. They're less expensive than the other version that I use from Knipex. This is one that I would say they're probably right up there with it, and the cost is a lot lower. They're available. They're here now. I love this style. I'll put my whole paycheck on it. These are a fantastic set of pliers, and if you've not ever used that style, you use a lot of flat connectors, things you don't want to mar up, things you want to keep intact, looking pretty, those are the ones for you. In this corner here, this is my 7-in-1 nut driver. It's not the newer version. This is the version that stays in this bag. If I were you and I didn't have 2 bags, I would get the 9-in-1. The 7-in-1 is the old version of that. This is a newer version, which is why I have both, even otherwise I wouldn't. The new one has a completely pass-through shank. It's a 9-in-1 instead of a 7-in-1, so it's got 2 extra sizes. You can actually, this is the only kit that I know of that actually does 11/30 seconds, which is huge if you're an electrician for ballast removal or replacement, switching it over to an LED driver. Each of these sizes, they either have a magnet or they have one of the collars, the balls that stick in there to put pressure in there, and that way you don't lose your nut or bolt. But basically, all you need to know is that there is retention, bolt or nut retention on each and every single one of these drivers. So you're not going to be sitting there losing your nut or your bolt. It's got a magnet or it's got some sort of system to actually put pressure on there, which is fantastic. This is just the compact setup, and I don't want to have to move over the 9-in-1 every time I want to go and use this. It makes sense. I've got a bunch of extra tools, so why not use them? Like I said, if you're picking this up though, pick up the 9-in-1 all the way pass through. It's great. All the same features, 2 extra sizes, one on the top, one on the bottom end. 3/4 is the high end. I don't remember what the low end is because it's not something that I've ever used. Next in line in one of these back pockets here, it's just a Klein beater. This is one of their actual like demo drivers. They're sweet. They work well. I mean, it's just got a big fat cap on it, which I really, really like. I don't use this one a ton. It's in my like troubleshooting bag, which I don't really have to beat a whole lot out when I'm just going to check stuff and try stuff. But you always have to have a beater in there. I'm not going to beat on either of my multi-driver or my insulated multi-driver. This is the one. There's nothing special about it. I mean, there's really nothing I can say. It's a beater. It works. Next up, crimpers. These are the Kleins as well. I don't love these, and I don't use them that often. There's nothing special about them. They're Kleins. They work, and they cut, and they crimp. And honestly, I couldn't tell you the last time I used. It's probably been a month and a half since I used these, and that's the only reason they're in here is because I needed them. I don't really crimp a whole lot, though. I don't know who does, but I know people do. So next up, this one here is definitely what I would consider optional. It is the 16-in-1 impact rated driver from Klein. There's a couple of features that are really cool on this. A couple of things that I don't love. Number one, the bit holder is a 1/4-inch nut driver. It doesn't hold bits as well. It pops down because this is the level that you keep it on the nut driver at, and then the bit falls out. In order to have it as a bit holder, you have to have it pressed up a little bit. It's just easy when you're driving it in to knock that and kind of knock that back. I don't love it for that. That's why I have my 13-in-1. However, I do like this driver a lot. It comes with the bit carousel. It's got these smaller bits though, the 1/4-inch bits, which is why I like it. If I get in a pinch, I got a bunch of 1/4-inch bits in here. Takes 1/4-inch bits up front. I can do whatever I want with these. Impact, this driver, literally anything I want to that takes 1/4-inch bits. So that part of it's really cool. So this bit pops off on the front. It's got a 5/16 on the other side of this. I do like these little flip sockets. They're not the most reliable for heavy use, but they are pretty fantastic. Now, if we take this out, it's got a little 1/4-inch driver in here. So this works in my impact. It works in any of my other things that take 1/4-inch drivers. And now that this little part here in the front is empty, I can put 1/4-inch bits in there, which is why I keep this in here, because I've got so many 6-inch and 4-inch bits in my Weehaw bit bag. That's the main reason. The other feature that's cool about this, that is just cool, I don't love it. It's so frustrating to use. I never use this as a bit driver, but if we pop this out here on the other end, it's got a 3/8 drive head, which is cool. So now if I wanted to take this out and pop this around, now I can drive anything with a 3/8 square on it in my impact, or the same thing, like I can take this out and put it in my handle here and have a 3/8 drive, which I would never do because I have the 7-in-1 nut driver in here. But you have options, and that's what I really like about the system. This isn't my favorite driver. If you're gonna get one, go with a 13-in-1. It is cool. It has some cool features, and it fit well in this bag specifically, so it's in here. This isn't one I'm gonna vouch for. It's cool. It's good. I hate the bit driver on it, and it's a screwdriver, so like, what do you do? But it doesn't take up much space. It holds like somewhere between 10 and 14 bits. It takes 1/4-inch bits. It's got a 1/4-inch and a 5/16 nut driver on it. I don't have a lot of complaints about it other than the bit holder. That part sucks. But it's a cool driver. Let's go ahead and empty this thing out and show you guys all the other crazy features. Now, one of the reasons I love Vetos so much is because of this hard bottom. You saw all the other features on the inside. I'll show it to you empty. This hard bottom is fantastic. It makes your bag so much sturdier, so much less likely to tip, and that's a big deal. This bag is small enough that it will still tip. It's just definitely not as flimsy. It also is only tipping backwards. Even dragging it forward, it's literally moving. It will tip backwards, probably also because of the way I have it loaded up. If we take this Weehaw bit case off, definitely takes off a little bit of that. Overall, it's a lot less tippy than most bags. Their wider bags don't tip at all. It's incredible. Smaller bags that have a thinner profile, it's just impossible for this not to tip a little bit. Now with this clip system, we'll talk about this impact one first. Drill, whatever you want to call it. It's a holster. I like this one. It's got the magnets on the back as well, which is just phenomenal. Fantastic. So this will allow you to put it in your pocket, on your belt, or on your bag here. This just allows for a lot more customization. These are the only two pouches available right now, or the tool pouch, the drill pouch. I'm sure there will be more. I have no idea though. Don't take my word for it. I like this one a lot. It's got a tape clip on the front. I don't really use this as a tape clip unless I'm traveling. The tape stays on the outside. Otherwise, it's probably on my belt somewhere. Now, this pouch has a long pocket in the front, so this goes all the way around, so you can put bits in there. And then on the back side, it's got 2 individual pockets. I don't like this one as much in my pocket. I really like the tool one in my pocket. This one feels really good on my belt. I am spoiled now that I have this. I like it a lot more than using the hook. It's also removable and movable, so I can really run and gun still, have everything I need to, move this to whatever part of my belt I want it to. It's really easy to move. It's really easy to take off, so I can climb stuff that I shouldn't. I don't love this one in my pocket, which I think a big part of that's the weight too, because I typically keep one of these big batteries in here and it's just kind of pulling to one side, and my pocket doesn't like that as much. This pouch, not an issue with that at all. I think it's just the way the weight's angled, because I have this 6.0 on here on an M12. Now, this pouch over here, we'll go ahead and empty this out real quick and I'll show it to you. It's a smaller pouch, which is definitely something that I prefer a bigger size. My typical day-to-day pouch is the MP1X, which is really cool. It's a little bit of it's the step up, the size up from this profile. It's got a couple extra pockets, and it's perfect for me and my style of work. This one has the magnetic clip, which I really, really like a lot. I'm a big fan of this system. Now, the pocket layout, it's not very big. You can see there's these open pockets on the side here. These do go all the way through. That way, if you have a longer driver, you can just stick it through and it'll come through like a beater driver or whatever. There's these 2 side pockets with a little bit more of a square. There's a pocket on the front of each of these that's a screwdriver or a marker holder, which I will show you. So there's this one here, and these hold both my screwdrivers. They also hold markers great. On the front, there's a tape clip. Love their tape clips. It works. I actually don't keep a tape on here. I keep some small tools in the front, like my voltage detector and my utility knife. And then on the inside, there's this big pocket, and that's where the claw pliers go. So they just fit down in here real nicely. This is a 10-inch set of pliers, holds them no problem. And like I said, if these are open and you're working on something, you can just keep this closed and they just fit right in here nicely. And then they stick out and you just grab the head and pull them out and work from it. If you're working from this every day and it's not like a service bag like this is for me, you want something bigger. The cool thing about the MP1X, which is again the reason why I use it, it's got this belt clip on the back here, but it also has this pocket stuffer, which doesn't have magnets on it, but you can push this into your front or back pocket and it sits in there real nicely. It doesn't fit on belts, but this does, which is cool. But this pocket stuffer actually fits in here really nicely, does the same thing, probably the same shoe print. And so if you do want a bigger pouch that still fits this style of bag, you can put your MP1X, they make a bunch of different of these MPX models. They make one that fits your meter. They make one that's an MP2X, which is even bigger than this. And I think they even make an MP3X, and they make an MPX, which is this size, which is really the reason why I'm like, this is cool that these fit, because I really prefer the MP1X size of pouch for my daily driver. Now let's strip this thing down and show you guys the inside, because it's pretty cool. And it's got a couple more features that you just can't find anywhere else. Now that we're empty, you can see there's also some bit pockets up top that I don't use, but you can. There's a long one up top. It's a stretchy pocket, and then there's some smaller different things for little bits and accessories up top. You can also see the side pocket where these orange handles fit, and then on the other side where the yellow sits. It's empty right now. Those go all the way to the bottom, which is fantastic. And this little insert in here actually comes out, which is cool. It's part of their V-Swap panel series, and so it just Velcros into the back here really nicely. It's pretty easy to get out. It's pretty easy to get back in as well, but it's not something that you have to worry about messing up. So this is what all the storage looks like outside of the bag. Give you guys a real good idea. There's one of the stretchy pockets, one of the more firm pockets. This is the side with my meter in it. It doesn't really matter. They both fit. My linemen's and my level are on this side. And then there's the 4 pockets across the top that take different things, like these 7-in-1 multi-driver. They fit in there really nicely. There's no issues whatsoever. And it keeps everything organized. It fits like a plethora of different tools and items. anything from my crimpers, little drivers, big drivers like this boy here, my beater, pretty much anything I want, it goes in here. And you can actually customize this. So they have different panels available for this model here. You just have to go to the model page on Veto's website for this, and it'll actually show you all the panels, and you can see all the different options. I like to customize my stuff. I really like their base panel that they keep in here. It's what I need the most of. We'll just go ahead and slide this back in here. And then it's got the Velcro, and then it's also got these snaps. And once the snaps are in, you just press it against. Really easy. First try. I'm so impressed with myself. Doing things on camera is impossible, you guys. Impossible. Now, if you want to see my daily kit, you guys can head up to this video here. Remember, it's all for His glory, and I'll see you guys on the next one.